Hello, my name is Toby Okoro, and my thematic project will be about rage. You see, rage is an emotion of violent anger, but unlike other emotions, rage just doesn't appear out of nowhere. It has to build up. When you're starting to feel upset, a small flame is ignited inside you. When things start to make you even more upset, you get to the second stage, anger, and the flame inside you has started to get bigger. When we are angry, we can still control it just like a fire can be controlled when it's not big. When you reach the point where your anger has reached its limits, you enter the third stage, rage. Rage is anger that has been suppressed for too long. When you are in rage, the fire inside you has grown out of control to the point where almost nothing can stop it. We know that an average fire is made out of carbon dioxide, water vapor, oxygen, and nitrogen. Fire means many things. It can mean love, passion, anger, hate, etc. Fire can also symbolize change and purification in some cultures. Fire has many meanings in many different religions, but we are not going to get into all that. Fire also is a natural destroyer that eats up anything and everything in its path with no mercy. Such actions are not forged into rage. Rage, like fire, starts off small and seemingly harmless, but often grows to be out of control. Rage, like fire, is untamed pure energy. Actions like murder have carried out through fits of rage. It is a destructive force that has led to mass killings and genocides. In the painting called Prairie Meadows Burning, you see a fire destroying a prairie and harming innocent animals. As you can see, like I said earlier, if left alone, fire is a destroyer, full of wild passion and abundance of energy. It has no master and no parameters. It cannot be confined to a space, and it cannot be introduced into submission unless completely put out. The aftermath of fire is death and all his friends. The once lively earth is turned into a cold, dark, desolate, decaying mass of ashes and black dust. This is what will sadly become of the animal's home. No longer will it be a place of safety and nourishment, but of sadness and sorrow. Rage is just like fire. After the fumes of rage have gone out, all that is left is just an empty soul, lacking character and void of all human attributes. The poem Anger by Charles Lamb describes what anger is. Within the poem, there is a certain line that states, if to further lengths it go, it does into malice grow. The line states that when anger keeps on building up, it will lead to malice, which is one of the offsprings of rage. Charles Lamb, in his poem Anger, uses a bee and a serpent to contrast two different types of anger. The bee inflicts a hasty stroke which will bring little buckets of pain. This hasty stroke is given human attributes, can be compared to sudden rage. However, the bee has a one-time stinger, and once the bee uses its stinger, it dies. When rage runs out of fuel, it leaves a person feeling deflated. A person now must start the gradual build-up process again. The serpent, on the other hand, represents controlled anger. The serpent has an unlimited supply of venom, which he is free to use at any time without consequence. The serpent is free to choose its victims, or in human terms, who to snap at. The forms that anger takes on in the poem are the venom of a serpent and the stinger of a bee, which creates a vivid picture of what anger is and gives it animalistic aesthetics. This writing technique is closely related to personification, which is giving non-human elements distinct human characteristics. This poem has a rhyme scheme of AABB. This type of poetic sub is commonly used in the English language due to its simplicity and poetic structure. The main character in the short story Hidden Rage by Rosie Rogers is a person named Rage. Rage is always ready for war, with weapons stocked to the skies. But you can't wage war on yourself, and you can't have a war without taking any victims. Rage's only goals in life are to steal, kill, and destroy. It is a narcissist, wrapped up in paranoia. It frets, it belches, it soars, it strikes, it takes even the unwilling. It punishes happiness, one of its enemies, while daring anyone to challenge its fumes. Don't engage. Rage loves company. Rage loves to put on a show. Rage loves to have an audience. And Rage loves to be the only one bowing at the end. As you listened to Just Buried It by Herwig Holzman, do you notice something? That something is the 3 steps: upset, anger, and rage. When the song begins, you hear a deep continuous note. That's the upset feeling, when you feel mad about something, but it doesn't show most of the time. As the song continues on, you hear another change. That's the stage of anger. During the stage of anger, the music gets more active. You hear more sounds. The rhythm increases in complexity. When the song reaches the final stage, rage, even more sounds get added to the piece, and it's showing its full form. It's blossoming. It's pure vigor and energy. It's a riot. By the time the song is almost finished, you'll hear the song start to descend, then slow down. That's the stage when you have cooled down and you're back to normal. The stage where you're feeling deflated. The difference between anger and rage is that rage is the result of suppressed anger finally blowing up. Both of these forms have elements to them that one might be able to exploit in order to exhibit some sense of control. But rage is an element even more rambunctious than anger. Anger is a fire. Rage is a wildfire. Anger is the buildup, where rage is the explosion, the volcanic eruption. The ashes flying everywhere, the ground splitting in two, the lava melting and molding the earth.